just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has us set. And off we go from East Rutherford. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And finally, they'll bring him down when he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Running from the pistol, it's Brown. And he'll get about 5.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 4. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
And it looks like he's going to have enough indeed. The referee does signal. It is a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. They'll go play action with Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. From the shotgun, here's Nick. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Another 3 tight ends here on first and 10. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. There's a reception for Chris Godwin. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 16 on that connection. That's good for a Dallas first down.
39-yard line.
To give, running right, it is Mixon. He's inside the 30. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. It's a big-time run by Mixon. An even 40 yards.
Cowboys first down. A gain of 40 yards.
Now it's the rookie, Omarion Hampton. And And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
Cowboys first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Mixon. And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line. From a little further back, here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
It's third down and goal to go.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they will see what they can do with this third and goal. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. xCAUTIOUS-STORMx. Touchdown, Dallas. That his second TD catch of the season.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A carry here for Brown. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Here's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Brown. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Nix from the gun on third down. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
A gain of 7.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. He'll return it from the 11. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
In motion is Hunter. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And that'll give them a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 15 on that game. First down, Cowboys. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's first and 10. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
A big play for the Cowboys. 32 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. Because I promise you, that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need...
Good blocking, and he's in. Hunter Lipke. Touchdown, Cowboys. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
On my set. Ready. Go, go.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll swing this one out to Brown.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Looking middle, he'll get it complete to McConkey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Set to go now on first and 10.
On my set.
Throwing. Nix. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well, down inside the 20.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Oh, my son!
To throw is Nix. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Oh, my son!
They'll throw. It's Nix. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Throwing is Nix. He's got it at the 3.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
Third and goal. Here's Nix to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. The Jets will send out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. His kick is perfect. And the Jets are on the board just before halftime.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. On first down, they'll start with Mixon.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll get 19 out of that play. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Here's Mixon. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about one. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play. From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more...
And he'll take it on in. Jarquez Hunter. Touchdown, Dallas. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the 1st round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy... guy's got a real bright future.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Jets 3. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Brown. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. The coverage right there, and it knocked away, incomplete. Asante Samuel that time, all over him in cover. On second down, it's Nix. Find Brown out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They get 12 yards on that pass, and the Jets have a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. Not much there, a yard or two down to the 48. That's not made by Byron Young.
A gain of 2.
Look him up on a second down and 8. Play action now. It's Nix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
8 yards to go.
He'll drop to throw. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. They get the first-round pick, the rookie, Gray Zabel. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. Taken at about the 6. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. The play fake. Now Stafford to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
A run with Dobbins. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Back to throw is Nix. He's hit as he throws. He throws to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And the Cowboys will take over at their own 15.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with it.
Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. They will work the middle with Mixon. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
A gain of 11 on the
So,
play.
3 quarters
First
now
down,
in the books.
Cowboys.
Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10.
Lady! Stay 50, stay 50. 20 hot!
On the ground, it's Mixon as we begin the fourth quarter. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Ready! Snap!
Now Mixon. And he's going to get the first down up past the 35-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Second and 11.
Ready!
At the 35-yard line.
Blue stick this!
Second down, it's Stafford. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Mixon.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on third and 1.
2 yards on the play. First down, Dallas.
To throw is Stafford. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Trying to use that big body to go forward. Gonna get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that. Here's a third down and 4.
Set! Ready, hot!
To throw is Stafford. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. 13 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
Now Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Ready! 20 hot!
On the give, it's Williams. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Here's second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 11-yard line.
32!
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Yards to go.
Ready. Stop.
Play action, Stafford. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Stop.
They'll fake the handoff now, Stafford. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And it's just so hard to play defense down this close to your own goal line. Of course, you have to be prepared for any sort of goal line run. But then these play-action passes down here are just so hard to account for everybody. And it's simply an easy pitch and catch and results in a touchdown.
His kick is good. Jets 3. Brandon offering to kick off for the Cowboys.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Legarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one.
At the 35-yard line.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Pass caught. Gesicki on the right. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line.
And the Jets.
His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Nix now on first and 10. Right side hauled in by McConkey. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Set. Start.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.